April is many things, and one of the things that April has been for a long time is National Poetry Month. And we've gathered here today to honor that month of April, to honor poetry. So here we're going to read you some of our work and hope you enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Phoebe Newman. I really appreciate this program being organized so well. I've been involved with poetry since the early 90s, I guess. I've always written, but I switched to poetry seriously. And while I lived in Alaska from the 90s until a couple of years ago, I did a public radio program called One Poem a Day Won't Kill You, and had volunteers come in and read. So every day during April we had one different person reading a favorite poem. And that means that now I have 290 poems in a collection all taped off. And amazingly enough, no two people ever read the same poem in all that time. So, this is a poem that is I wrote to honor the nurses who had been in Vietnam. And one thing I learned about soldiers in Vietnam was they had a saying that when you see a nurse, hug her. This is still pertinent, I think. Girls' Night Out in Quang Tri. Naturally, there are paper lanterns strung high in the narrow moments between the rains. Early August, and the table on the terrace spread with newspapers, and beer splashing into the near-clean glasses. We agree there's nothing to complain about. After all, it's not what any of us call home. This splatter of village, this cafe teetering on the edge of the coast road, the volcanic fumes and noise of the supply convoys, a little hushed now, a half-kilometer away. And we will be going stateside soon, we say, back to real life. But now this is the place for iced bottles, for baguettes and clams clicking in spicy stews. We want to lay back, get slightly loaded, and never mind that one of us is pressing creases in her fatigues over and over with 2 fingers, and another is having trouble with words, the way they are going into her head more like colors than ideas, she says, and another is examining her hands, turning them palm to back to palm. We pick and probe, tossing the empty shells to the cats around our ankles. There are moments when we all stop eating, stare into the darkness, listening for the chopper, the one that'll be coming in soon, full of boys who need us again and again, who will need us all night long, our hands soft on their faces, who will need us tomorrow as if the evacuation, the surgery, never happened to them or is happening again. On the table, flowers and jars, layers of tissue blossom, and the waitress kicks violently at the huge toms sliding onto the terrace, the sweet slop of juice from our dishes dripping down her apron. She is learning English, wants to go to Chicago, to Miami, wherever there will be no paper lanterns to hang, to take down, to hang again in this damn rain, this war. She wants to be a nurse, like every you, she says. We leave too much tip, twice her wage, and drive back to the base. I am nauseous, my hands slick, sweat evaporating in the night air. Then the glare of spotlights, the flapping rotors, the whip of stiff canvas, unfolded, folded. A corpsman hosing down the pad, the sea air blowing into my face, the fragrance of blood and fatigue. Just beyond the perimeter, we can see the lanterns, and above them the waxing moon, perfect white globes suffused with light. All of us stand quiet, hopeful for a moment in the pure loveliness. Then they are gone, the small candles extinguished, the moon behind a cloud, the monsoon sliding in. This is called Another Glorious Spring, and it's for my friend Bridget in Ketchikan and her voluptuous garden. It is a time of year when slugs appear with huge grins on their mugs to nibble on your mums and freesia and cause your mind to get amnesia. For seeing them down there in the ditch, you forget which end is which. And whacking with whatever's flat, you cry, aha, take this, take that. While the sluggos, all a smile, take their own sweet leisurely while, slouching along your garden wall and heeding only nature's call. Sipping beer and munching flowers, they while away the springtime hours. Sliming along the garden path, they might ensure your total wrath, for treading on one with bare feet leaves a sensation far from sweet. Oh, once again exhausted cries fill the lovely summer skies. Sluggos, sluggettes, begone, away, come again another day. And sad to tell, we know it's true, the minute that the skies turn blue, we'll hear them tapping at the gate, begging begonias on a plate, roti, sauté, minced carnation, and again, to our consternation, we will feed them often and well, while wishing they would go to hell.